Hi, I'm Mary Elizabeth, and this is episode 4 of Fiber in Fiction. So I am going to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. If you are new here, please take a moment, like and subscribe. If you're coming back, please, if you like this content, hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so episode 4, we're going to start off with my writing because NaNoWriMo is happening. This is November and it's going really slow, y'all. I am so far behind on my writing. It is crazy. So, please excuse me. I have to look at my notes for everything. I'm writing 2 books. I don't know why I decided to write 2 books, but I'm a little bit extra sometimes. So the first book, I have 10,947 words. Really far behind. And again, really far behind on the second book at 9,259 words because I'm concentrating on getting my crafting done. That's honestly where that's at. So last week's rotation was the dog sweaters, the corner to corner blanket, and working on the granny squares for my granddaughter's blanket and the socks that I've been working on and cowls because I decided to pick up an extra cowl and I got them both done. So one's crocheted, one's knitted, and it's my own pattern, and I will kind of type out the patterns in the description, but I'm also going to tell you how I made them. So if you have a little notepad, get it out, and they're super simple. The crocheted one I had finished in an afternoon. So if you crochet, you can do a really quick cowl as a gift, you know, especially if you have last minutes. So this one right here is a crocheted cowl, very simple, cast on 75 or 76 stitches. Don't remember which I did. This is just worsted weight acrylic yarn, size H 5mm hook, and I did 4 rows of single crochet, switched colors, one round of the half double crochet, 15 of double crochet, and then just reversed it, half double crochet, switched back for 4 rounds of single crochet. The way I did each round, and you can either just knit in the round and not join. I prefer joining. So what I did is I went around after I joined it, I chained 1 and then crocheted in each stitch and then joined in the top of the chain, and that's for the single crochet. Then in the half double crochet, when I got to that, it was chain 2, so I joined in the top of the chain 2. On the double crochet, chain 3, joined in the top of the chain 3 on each row, and then reversed it when I got to the other end. So this is what you got. Now I embellished it with just a freestyle flower. There is no pattern for the flower, but you could embellish any way you wish. Or if the whole cowl is done in a variegated yarn or self-patterning yarn, you probably wouldn't need to embellish it at all. But again, I did this in an afternoon, and I'll type the directions down below. For the knitted cowl, it's just as simple. It took a little longer because it's knitted. I don't knit that fast. I don't. So I cast on 100 stitches on size 10s, I believe. Either a 9 or a 10. It was a circular. The circular is 32 inches, but it worked well for this. So it's a 2x2 ribbing with knit purl to purl. Then I switched off to the navy blue, and it's just knit in the round, stockinette, for 40 rounds. And then I switched back for the 2x2 ribbing, and then I cast off, you know, I bound off in pattern. So you can either just bind off or do it in pattern. I don't really think it makes a difference. And the cast on, I just used a long tail cast on, really simple. So there's that. And that's all the finishes I have for this week. But I did get the first center medallion done for my granddaughter's blanket. So this is from the Flora Afghan. It was a free pattern for a whole bunch of different flower designs that Michael Selleck from the Crochet Crowd put out a few years ago. He is so talented. Anyway, online there is the pattern for the full Afghan, and it's in Ravelry. I will link the pattern, the whole pattern below. This is the chrysanthemum square, I believe. I'm using just this one as the center part of her Afghan. But he also has tutorials on YouTube to show you how to do the different parts of it, because some of it's a little tricky when you first do it, but he is so good at explaining things. You'll have no trouble. At least I never do, and I'm not like an expert in crochet. So all right, so the dog blankets and the other socks. So here's the blue sock. I got to the heel flap, and then I'm just going to show you the Rick Rack socks real quick. Heel turn is complete, y'all, and I'm on the gusset, and the other sock is still on the color work, but I did do like 3 more rows of the color work. I got that done. All right, so that's it for that. And the dog sweaters. As you know, I've been doing the dog sweaters. There are 3 of them using the same pattern from Yarnspirations. I did link the pattern in episode 3. If you go into the description on that episode, you will see the Yarnspirations pattern for that. And it, again, it's free. It uses worsted weight yarn. Both cowls, I just used a regular acrylic Red Heart worsted weight yarn. And thankfully, I noticed that I used up a couple little balls. So that way too much yarn is finally decreasing. So on Miss Dolly's right now, I have these 3 colors, and we will be adding cream to that. So here we go. I just wanted to show you how the pattern is coming out. All 3 sweaters are at the exact same point. But here you go. You can see the pattern kind of developing in there. And that's just done with slip stitches. And it is a garter thing. Well, actually, it uses garter and stockinette and slip stitches, but it's very simple. Like, really simple. You're knitting flat, okay? And I think these are a size 8. I'm using a circular needle just because it's easier for me just to do this and not lose any stitches. Because those little tippy things that you put on the ends of the knitting needles, I lose them. They don't ever stay on. I don't know why, but they never stay on my needles. Maybe I need to get new sizes. I don't know. But the corner to corner blanket, also, I showed that, I think, last episode. I didn't take it out of the bag because I got all my little bobbins and everything nice and neat after I finished the other night. I didn't work on it yesterday, but I worked on it pretty good the other parts of the week. I had gotten up to row 35, so I picked it up. I did rows 36 through 43. So when I pick it up this week, I'll be on row 44, and I just hope I get to as much of it as I can get to. The corner to corner is 70 wide by 74 high, and not really big. It's just like a throw to go, you know, around his shoulders or on his lap while he plays on his console game. So that's it. The finishes for this week were the 2 cowls. I will again I'm just going to type out the description because I know I went fast when I said how I did it. So I'll have everything just typed out, but they're very beginner friendly. You don't have to know a whole lot as far as, like, you know, there's no lace work or anything like that. And with the crochet, it's simple, single crochet, half double, and double crochet. That's it. That's all you have to know. And chain stitch, of course. So next week's rotation is going to be pretty much the same. I am going to be working on the corner to corner blanket, the dog sweaters, and the granny square blanket, I guess you would call it, for my granddaughter. And then the socks, of course. I have 2 doctor's appointments this week, so I'll get some sock knitting done there. And then I'm going to be working on the gift for my mother, which I'm just like quilting in around. It's a pre-printed thing that I picked up a couple of years ago. I always do angels for my mom, and this one is an absolute beautiful angel. Kind of reminds me of like the Renaissance period in a way, the image. So I will show that to you next week, and hopefully I'll have something finished next week, or at least close to finished. Again, if you would like and subscribe, and I would really appreciate it. Does anybody else do NaNoWriMo? If so, could you tell me, how you're doing on your writing, and leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the cowls, and if you think that they're too simple, or you really like them, or whatever. And little caveat, please forgive the cat hair that you see on the patterns. My cat has been all over me this week and transfers hair. But anyway, there will be an upcoming video that's not really an episode. I'm just going to show some things that I have done for my best friend's grandson. He is so little and so cute. And so that's just 4 little things that I made for him, and I wanted to show that. But I didn't want this video to go too long. There will be some light editing, I'm guessing, because I do ramble, but yeah. So anyway, I will see you all next Monday, and I hope that you keep your hands busy and be very blessed, and just, enjoy each day as it comes. And again, leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing. Do you use a rotation? I know that other people do. I just was wondering. I like engaging. So have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.